Hey everybody, I just thought I would share a little quick tutorial on how to do lighting for products, product visualization. So yeah, let's just jump right into it. I'll start by creating you can either use a light source like an area light, or you can create a mesh and create a plane. I think in this example I'll use a plane, and we'll just rotate it. I want to start by creating a key light first, because you typically want to have three different lights. You want to have a key light, a fill light, and a backlight. Um, those are like the main lights you typically want to have for like a studio type of setup. So yeah, let's rotate this, drag this out, and I'm just gonna apply linear gradient light. It's important to use gradient lights too, because it just makes things look better than having flat lights. So let's just open this up. You can create these inside of Photoshop. They're really easy to make, but I'm just going to apply that to this, and we're going to go, in order to see this, there we go, my bad. Okay, so we're going to apply this image to our material output, and you can see our light right here. In order to hide this inside of our camera view, we have to go here and then go to visibility and then go to camera and turn that off, and that'll hide our light. And then we can scale this up. So typically you want your lights to try to fill your product from the top to the bottom, and you want them to be straight, so you can see the entirety of the product you're making. So yeah. So this will be our key light source. I'm just going to rotate it around. You also kind of want your lights to be wide, nice and wide, and so it fills up as much of the product as possible. So yeah. That will be our first light, and then we can just duplicate this and rotate it around along our 3D cursor. And we can give this another material, or just do the same thing, import the gradient source image, and then apply an emission shader to it like that. And yeah. So this is our second light, which is our fill light, and we can want to try to make it wide so it fills up our product like so. If you just Google like studio lighting setups, you'll see the type of setups that actual studios use for their setups. So that can always be helpful as well, to just look at how studios set up their lights for photography. That can be pretty helpful. Duplicating this again. So the next light we're going to create is the backlight, and it's just going to go right behind the product. So this light, it basically is, you could almost call it an edge light to highlight the edges. Um, edges. So so it's easier to see. But let's add another light for the backlight. There we go. And if we want more control over the light, we can add a color ramp, and that will allow us to control how much of the light is showing with the gradient map. So yeah, gradient maps make things just look a little bit more, a little bit more better as far as contrast and stuff. Because if we use a flat light, if we were to use a flat light here, it wouldn't look the same. It would look very flat. I said flat light. If we were to use like a regular light without a gradient map on it, it would look very flat. It wouldn't have any contrast to it, and it wouldn't look very appealing. So that's why gradient maps are very, very helpful. You can change the interpolation depending on what you're going, what looks the best. But this is basically all to it. This is a very basic light setup for any type of product that you would want to light. So yeah, very, very basic. I'm gonna add another emission and color ramp here. But it's very basic. So just you can play around with it until it looks appealing. I'd say having a reference is important too, to get ideas on how to light. Um, Having a reference image can also be helpful too. So yeah. But yeah, that's it, folks. That's all to it. Just a very simple, quick tutorial showing how to light a product for a scene, for a visualization.